The Kia EV6 all-wheel drive 2024 in GT line is a solid competitor in the EV market. With pricing below $50,000, no compromise between style and the performance, maybe it's a car for you. Is it worth it? We're gonna find out. I'm Mike and you're watching AllinCarNations. The first impression matters because you cannot change it, and the EV6 GT line nails it with its sleek athletic design. It's got sporty look with its 20-inch wheels, slim headlights and dynamic body lines. The absence of typical SUV blueprint gives it more a defined appearance, making it looks like a hot hatch on steroids with the Aston Martin or Cyclops from the X-Men rear light. Let's take a look inside of the trunk first. Obviously you can open it with the remote, and in here you've got almost 25 cubic feet of cargo space, which is okay for the EV segment. And in here there is a plastic latch which you can pull like this, and the rear seat will fold. Same situation with the other side, the rear part, like this. And now we have 50 cubic feet of the cargo space. Underneath the floor there is additional storage for the tire repair kit, charging cables, and you can fit the cargo cover in here as well, which is a quite cool feature. Check out the front of this car, guys. Looks solid, huh? But do not expect a career in case of the storage under the hood. We've got dual motor configuration, so under this plastic cover the storage is rather symbolic. Look at that. So you can store like the charging cables, but without the bag, so they're gonna fit in there. And inside of the cabin you can feel the space. Kia has blended high-tech features with a premium feel. Floating central console with wireless phone charger, easy to use gear selector, comfy armrest, nice dual color fabric on the seats, multifunction steering wheel and massive screens plus head-up display. That's really cool. I like the fact that the doors are covering almost whole rocker panel, so no more dirty pants while entering. And by the way, those heated and ventilated seats feel very comfortable and durable. Obviously you can adjust them with multiple directions, as well with the steering column, which is over here. It's really easy and simple to find your own position. And in the front we've got two massive 12.3-inch screens. You've got two of them. One is a house for the gauge cluster and the other one for entertainment system. Basically this whole interior doesn't feel boring as in ID4 or soulless as in a Tesla. All looks clean and modern. Tons of space in the back, guys. This long wheelbase is giving you this extra space for your legs. I'm not a halfling, I'm 6 foot tall, and check how much space I still have left. The headspace is good as well. You've got two air vents over here, two USB-C ports, armrest with a cup holder. The rear seat is heated and you can recline it like a prince. The infotainment system is really easy to use and super responsive. It's got Android Auto built in and Apple CarPlay, which is a good thing. However, control panel, radio panel, aka dual function panel, well, I wanted to turn down the volume while driving and I cooled down the cabin, and I've done this like 16 times. There is a little switch here in the middle. You need to touch this button. And to do this, you need to aim properly. And sometimes while driving, it's really hard. So I'm laying my arm on the central console and I'm trying to aim, and I'm turning on by accident, hitting steering wheel, ventilated seats. So I've pushed many buttons by accident. Maybe that's just my observation, or maybe it's because I'm blind and that's why I'm wearing sunglasses. But it works well. If you get used to it, it works well. So let's take this guy for a spin. Alright guys, so let's talk about the driving experience. First of all, the sitting position in here is very high, so you're literally sitting like in an aquarium and you can see everything. it's hard to imagine because outside you're looking at a hot hatch and inside is a fully sized SUV. They've done a really good job in this case. One thing I would improve in case of the visibility, I would add the automatic dimming side mirror. It would minimize the glare during the night driving, which right now is quite big. As I mentioned before, the seats are very comfy. They got side support, they're hidden ventilated, and I would expect much of the body roll in the corners because it's quite a heavy car. It's an SUV with a proper ground clearance, but there's nothing like that in here. They've done a really good job with tuning the suspension, I'm telling you guys. I'm actually quite surprised. I was expecting ride quality similar to the old couch or sitting in a wheelbarrow as in the top performance GT trim, but they found the perfect compromise. And in this case, everything feels incredibly well balanced and the steering isn't numb, it's very responsive. So currently we're driving a GT Line trim and there is a massive difference between GT Line and a GT. So GT Line is kind of AMG package on it, you know, you've got sport bumper in the front, sport bumper in the back, big wheels, sporty look, but the car is focused more on comfort, you know. Don't get me wrong, the car does have dual motor configuration, one motor is in the front, one is in the back, so the whole system pushes out 320 brake horsepower and 446 pound-feet of torque, which is more than enough for the family-friendly SUV. Look at that, sport mode. We've got sport mode. It explodes. And the brakes are good as well. But I don't think you're gonna ever use this car in this kind of performance level. So what about the range? This car has a 77.4 big battery kit and it's gonna give you range approximately around 280 miles. Obviously in real life it's gonna be a little bit less, but there's nothing to worry about because the quick charger is gonna charge this car from 10% up to 80% in less than 18 minutes. I think that's a good thing for daily driver. Behind the steering wheel we have a shifting pedals. They are responsible for adjusting the regenerative braking system strength, so you can increase it or decrease it. But good thing about this as well is the fact that you can turn it off completely, and thanks to that you won't be car sick, which is very common in EVs. And by the way, check out this cool feature for the blind spots. If you're thinking about going on a trip to see the mountains during the winter time, you just need to push down this drive mode button for long enough and it's gonna engage the snow mode. So John Snow got you covered. You've got dual motor setup, one in the back, one in the front, all-wheel drive. So it doesn't matter if the winter is coming. Check out this cool 360 degrees camera. Your car is in the middle, maybe the color doesn't match, but the rims do, so it's the EV6 GT Line. You've got obviously the parking sensor as well, so even a blind man can park this car. We've got moonroof, 14-speaker Meridian sound system, and those upgrades are making this cabin very comfortable. So what's the verdict, guys? The Kia EV6 GT Line brings you a great balance of performance, tech, space in the cabin, and most importantly, style. It's practical for daily use with decent real-life range and comfortable ride. Whether you're looking for a family-friendly electric crossover or something that stands out from the crowd and has a soul, the EV6 GT Line is definitely worth considering. What do you think, guys, about the EV6 GT Line? Would you buy it? If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more car reviews, make sure you're gonna subscribe my channel. You guys take care.